Hey guys, we are back with some more Halifax Tugboats franchise mode, and we are up to the trade deadline. And boys, I did some pre-scouting before I started this video, and do I have a trade for you guys? Actually, several trades, but one of them in particular is absolutely franchise changing. So, I mean, I guess you could call it franchise changing. It'd be more of a, you know, we're boosting our chances of winning a Stanley Cup like times 50. So just based off the overall of the player. So first we have to make a bunch of small trades because the trade that we're going to make will put us over the cap if we don't do these trades. So first we are going to LA. These are just these first three trades are just going to be really small. Like we're just going to be trading well, first of all, I wouldn't say really small. We're going to be trading Calvin Pickard, first of all, because, as I said, we got to dump as much salary as we can without sacrificing too much talent. So we're going to get this Sundqvist guy. He's at a $1.775 million cap. And we are going to be adding in a 6th round pick to this deal on our side. And we're going to be adding a 3rd on their side. So we get a little bit more value out of it. There you go. There's not trade number 1. Okay, so we're going to try a 5th instead of a 6th, so we can okay. Let's try a 6th and a 7th. Come on now. Will that go through? There you go. All right, so first trade done. We need to call up our new goaltender. So, Sundqvist, get up here. All right, not going to go best lines. I don't want to do that right now. And let's go to goaltenders here. Yep, Corpusalo and then Sundqvist. There you go. All right, so that's trade number 1 done. All right, next trade, we're going to Dallas. Once again, this is a very small trade. We're pretty much just trading away cap space. We're going to be trading for a 5th round pick for, I believe he's a defenseman. Where is he at? Where is he at? There he is, Tom McKinnon. And that should go through as is. Proposed trade. There you go. Yeah, I couldn't even get a 4th for him, so whatever. Whatever. Best lines. That's probably for the AHL anyway. So that is done. Now over to the Pittsburgh Penguins. We are going to be getting a 3rd round pick. Once again, just trading salary away of players who are on one-way deals in the AHL. And I believe this is another defenseman. I could be wrong, though, so I'm just going to check all players here real quick, do a quick scan. There he is, yep. LeBlanc, a top 6, medium top 6, I know, but once again, he's on a 1-year deal, or a one-way deal, so we had to get rid of him because, you know, salary cap. And then all right, so here's where things start to get interesting in terms of trades. Heading to the Colorado Avalanche, we are going to be taking Mikko Rantanen, and he is 30 years old, 3 years left on his deal, $5.275 million, and this is part of the salary cap cleaning situation I'm talking about, because we are going to have to give up Jamie Benn to do the trade that I want to do, the big trade that I want to do. He's at a $7.35 million salary at 37. He's dropping. He's now at an 84. So, you know what? And with this trade, I think with this trade and the next trade, it's saying that we're going all out for the Stanley Cup this year. We're going to be giving away 3/3 and a 2nd. And Jamie Benn in order to get Mikko Rantanen. So there you go. Done deal. I couldn't get him for any less, boys. So there you go. There's that. And now for the big trade. Going to Florida. As you can see, their record is 22-36-4. So even though their status says they're hopeful, they're clearly rebuilding. So we're going to go to forwards here. We're going to be trading for Alexander Barkov. That's what I'm talking about, boys. A true first-line center, finally. He's at a $7.8 million deal for 1 year. So we're going to add him to this deal. We're also going to have to add another player to their side because they will be, what's it called, over the skater limit. So there you go, Kvasha. And to our side, we are going to be adding Colton Sissons draft picks here. We're going to be adding 2 firsts for this year and next year. I told you, boys, we're going all out. And I believe this guy is a defenseman. He's not a roster defenseman, don't worry. Is O'Mara. So, as I said, you got to give up quality to get quality, boys. And that's exactly what we're getting in Alexander Barkov. And one last person here is this guy, Picard. He's a bottom 6 sniper, so I doubt I'm going to be using him anytime soon. So there you go. Picard added to this deal. And that will go through. We now have an official first-line center, boys. Something we haven't had in a while. So, man, this is our year. This is definitely our year to win the Stanley Cup. Look at this. Tarasenko, Hensick, Barkov, Point, Kozlov, Connolly, Lazar, Rantanen, Hudon, Gallagher, Hagelin, Dunham. That's just at forward. Let's send Kvasha down. No, we will not be over the salary cap. We still have 1.3 left. All right, whatever. As long as we can keep our main roster here. Yeah, we may have to send Mantha down. You know what? No. I don't want to do that for the playoffs, just in case. I learned my lesson with, what's his name? Dylan McIlwraith and Alex Petrovich a few years ago. So, yep, best lines, whatever. We'll take a look at him here. So, man, there you go. Hensick, Barkov, Tarasenko as the first line. How awesome does that look, boys? A full first line of 90-plus overalls. Second line is going to be Point, Connolly, and Rantanen. So, boys, as I said, we are looking really good. Third line will be Hagelin, Kozlov. I'm going to say Gallagher because Gallagher's had more points. Yeah, he has 37 compared to Lazar's 24. So, and then fourth line will be Lazar, Hudon, and Dunham. I'll put Lazar over here on the left. And I'll make sure Lazar has penalty kill time as well. And let's see, defensively, nope, you are going to switch over here. And you're going to switch down here, you up here. And should I keep Mantha in? You know what? Nah. McBain has been solid defensively. He's at like a, what is it, plus 12? Yeah. So, yeah, we're going to put McBain in there. So, there you go. No changes defensively, but offensively, we add Rantanen, we add Barkov. We are looking set, to say the least. So, yep, Barkov definitely needs to be on there. Hensick, you know, you got to go back down here. We got to get all our lines back to the way they were for the most part. And, yeah, defensively looks good. So, Tarasenko, Barkov. I'm going to say Connolly. Hold on, let's see. Starting lineups. Yeah, I could put Connolly up here. And then Rantanen down here with Point and Hagelin. Unless, maybe Gallagher. Oh, you know what? No. It was Gallagher before, but Rantanen's pretty solid offensively. Let's see, Rantanen versus Gallagher. Yeah, I think it's got to be Rantanen. I mean, that... Because our power play was solid. I didn't want to change too much about it. But, I don't know. Rantanen. You know what? We'll stick to what was working. And then if it starts to drop off a little bit, then we'll add Rantanen. Because Rantanen's got second line time for now. That's good enough for him so far. And yeah, hopefully this works. I think Point has 78 for faceoffs. Hagelin has 82. Yeah, I want to put Hagelin in the middle. And then for my power play, yeah, that looks good. That looks good for the most part. Yep, that is good. Penalty kill wise, so yeah, Hansick's definitely got to be there. Lazar's definitely got to be there. Hudon's definitely got to be there. Who else, though? Who else would need penalty kill time? I think it's either got to be Kozlov or Barkov. Kozlov has better stick checking and shot blocking, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, but Barkov has better defensive awareness. And he's a first line forward. And he's got the body checking too. You know what? Yep. Kozlov's a third line checking forward. I could add Barkov there for sure. Yep. So instead of Gallagher, since he's playing power play, he's got that 88 though. You know what? The 87 for faceoffs though. That's crucial actually. Ooh, and yeah, that's a huge upgrade from Hudon. Faceoffs wise, yeah, you know what? I'm doing that. That's a huge upgrade on the faceoffs there with Alexander Barkov. Yeah, I'm not going to put him with Hensick and Lazar because that's already... I don't want to have two 90s together on the penalty kill. But, yeah, that is looking solid. And we'll put... Who was on the penalty kill again? It was... I know for a fact that it was Brule and Frank up here. And then maybe it was Jones and Weber. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Penalty kill, 3-man penalty kill wise, we'll get Jones over here. Switch out Pouliot with Weber, and switch out McBain with Brule. There you go. And then I'll put Lazar up here. No. Hudon. Yep, Hudon, and then Barkov. There you go. Okay. Things are starting to shape up, boys. Nope. You go down here. And the, nope, not Hagelin. Point. There you go. And then instead of Point, Hagelin. There you go. And then Brule and McBain. Perfect. And then 3-on-3 wise, you there, you up here. Extra attacker wise, Tarasenko, and let's see. Yeah, because that was Ben, right, on that second one. That'll be Point. Yep. So, and then shootout, we'll have Tarasenko. Hensick actually has 30 goals in the season, so I'm going to put him second. Barkov, Pouliot, Point. Yep. There you go. And then, of course, goaltenders, Korpisalo and Sundqvist. Okay. Boys, the new and revamped Halifax Tugboats. We should pretty much dominate the rest of the season and, you know, the offseason. Or not the offseason. What am I saying? Dominate the offseason. Dominate the preseason. Postseason. Oh, my God. I cannot talk today. But there you go, boys. We're looking... If this is not a Stanley Cup contender, then I don't know what is. Honestly, I don't. Because, man, we are... we have the first line center now. We have the first line left wing. We have the first line right wing. We have depth at forward. We have depth on defense. We have the top two defensemen. We have a soon-to-be, hopefully, top two defenseman. I mean, just... and then, of course, a stud goaltender in Jonas Korpisalo. So, honestly, there is no reason why we can't win the Stanley Cup this year. Boys, and you know what? If we don't win the Stanley Cup, then I fully take responsibility for trading away all those draft picks. But then at that point, we go into for the live streams, we go into I guess a retooling kind of situation because you know, besides players maybe like Hensick, and I'm thinking the only players who would stay in that situation would be Hensick, Frank, and what's his name, Brendan Weber, and maybe Connolly as well because he's pretty game breaking as well. But everyone else is tradable at that point. So including Korpisalo, including Barkov, including Tarasenko. So I mean, boys, at this point. Let's just go. Let's get this done right now. And hopefully we can have a solid end to the season. I don't know why I just backed out there. Calendar. Going back in here to the end of April, or middle of April. Let's get this done, boys. Come on now. This is our year, boys. This is the year to win it. Against New York Rangers. 5-1 loss. Oh my God. That's a good sign of things to come, right? Come on, boys. Get back in the winning column here. This roster has so much potential. Oh my God, 5-2. What is going on? 3-2. Hold on a minute, boys. Don't start losing games like oh my God, 5-1. Come on, boys. If we lose this game against Anaheim, I swear. All right, 2-1. Good. Edmonton. All right, we're starting to gel a little bit. 7-0. Winnipeg 6-3. Okay, all right. We're getting back on track. Chicago 4-0 win. Awesome. Okay, so that was a little bit of a scare right there, right after the trade deadline. But it looks like we were finally starting to come into our zone, or not into our zone, our own with this team. So yeah, we're on fire now. 7-0. I mean, well, it started out with Anaheim, of course, 2-1, 7-0, 6-3, 4-0, 4-1, 5-0, 5-2, and then there's our first loss since the 11th against the LA Kings. But we come right back with a win against the Winnipeg Jets, and then there's a 6-1 win against Nashville. All right, we don't have to worry about any ridiculous losing streaks here. I think we're solid. We're solid. We're in the playoffs for sure. Okay. Man, that was a bit of as I said, that was a bit of a scare there right after the trade deadline. That was a bit of a scare, but I think we're definitely gelled now. We're good. We are solid. Can we get 50 wins? And yes, we can. All right, we're at 51 now as well. We won this last game against the Ottawa Senators. It looks like, according to the record, that's 82, right? Yep, that is 82 games played. Edit scouting assignments. What should we do? Oh, right. Goaltenders, because Corpusal is like 32 now, isn't he? Or getting on 33 soon. Yep. So, yep, there we go. 5-3 win against the Ottawa Senators to finish off the season. And I believe that was only like 5 losses since the trade deadline. Let me see, because there was 4 in a row right there. And then there's an overtime loss. No, 6 losses, right, because there was that one against LA right there, but still pretty solid. Remaining 20 games, so we got 14 out of 20 of the last games, so I'm not complaining. We as I said, we had a bit of a scare there after the trade deadline, but we're good. Let's check out the stats, and we came in second, so in our division, so we don't have the burden of the President's Trophy being on us. So, boys, you just got to go out and play during the playoffs. You just have to give it your all. Give it your all during the playoffs. All right, so Vladimir Tarasenko with 84 points in 82 games. Looks like he picked it up from his slow well, he had a fast start to the season, but he once around the middle of the season hit, he had a little bit of a slump, but it's good to see he got back out of that with the addition of Alexander Barkov. 71 points. I don't know how many of those came from Florida. I didn't bother checking. But Jerry Frank with 66. Jay Connolly with another solid season, 64 points. Is that a career high? I don't think so. I think he had like 68 one season. Yeah, he had 68 there. But another 64-point season, 2 in a row. He had more assists this year than he did last year. But you know what? He got the points. That's all I care about. Lars Hagelin with 63. Hensick with 59. 37 goals for Trevor Hensick. And Pouliot with 54. Point with 53, Gallagher 47, Rantanen 44. Again, I didn't bother checking how many of those came from Colorado. Lazar was 60, not 60, 36. As I said, I can't talk today. Weber with 25 goals. What a stud on defense. Hudon with 29, Kozlov 26, Jones 24, Dunham 16, 12 goals. And Brule 13, McBain 9. Almost everyone was a plus besides Mikko Rantanen. And again, that was on Colorado, so you never know with them. And it looks like that third line improved. They were minuses before. They were like -7, I think. But now they're even, at least, so that's good. And you know what, boys? I'm feeling very confident, 100% confident in this team. We can win the Stanley Cup. Yep, Songquist is a solid backup goaltender. I'm glad I got him. And he's getting it done. So is Corpusalo. I mean, this is his lowest save percentage in a while, I think. 0.916. Let's see. Yeah, this is his lowest save percentage, actually, of his NHL career. But you know what? He still did solid. He got 6 shutouts, 3 assists, actually, as well. And you know what? We scored more goals, I would say, this year than any other year, if I had to guess, right? So, except maybe that year that we got 60 wins. That was just magical. That was a magic year. Looking for the correct terms there. As I said, can't talk today. Yeah, goals for per game, 3.4. And goals against per game, got to work on that a little bit. But you know what? We're still top 3 in the division, so I guess that's all right. I'd like that to be a bit better. But power play wise, it was a good thing I didn't put Ranton in there. 26.1. That power play is so effective. It's actually ridiculous. Unfortunately, for penalty kill, we're in the bottom 3 in the division. So, but you know what? That's probably, I don't know. Yeah, we're not very disciplined of a team either. So you know what? If we were like as disciplined of a team as Washington, I guarantee you, that penalty kill percentage would be much lower. So maybe it's a good thing we take a lot of penalties. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But yeah, there you go. There you go, boys. 110 points on the season. Can't complain. As long as we do well in the playoffs, that's all I care about. So actually, while I'm thinking of it, league settings here, and let's turn auto-rotate goalies off and injuries on. There you go. Now, hopefully, we don't get any. You know what? I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I think you all know where I was going with that, though. So we're just gonna advance a day here. Let's see who we're facing. I believe it would be Carolina. Yes, it is the Carolina Hurricanes. So, boys, this is it. This is it. The Year 11 Stanley Cup playoffs. Edmonton versus Winnipeg. Anaheim versus Calgary. Nashville versus Arizona. Minnesota versus St. Louis. They're in the playoffs. Wow. I wasn't expecting that, honestly, when I took Tarasenko for them. Tampa Bay versus Pittsburgh. Detroit versus Toronto. New Jersey versus the Washington Capitals. And your Halifax Tugboats versus the Carolina Hurricanes. Boys, this is it. See you guys in the next one.